Back on the town hall now with an investigation underway into a local company accused of releasing dangerous toxins into the air. Toxins that are considered a threat to public health, linked to infertility, birth defects, developmental disorders, also compromised immune systems, even cancer. The full story from our reporting partners at Investigative-Post will air tonight at 11. But we want to kick off that coverage here at 5:30 with Investigative-Post editor and executive director Jim Heaney, who joins us live. Jim, always good to see you. So tell us about this. These toxins coming from a waste incineration plant in Niagara Falls. It's Covanta, Niagara. They admitted to burning these PFAs. Those are per or polyfluorinated substances. They're used in a lot of common household products, things we use every day. What is the issue here, and why is this burning possibly so toxic?
Well, I congratulate you for being able to pronounce the chemical, because you're one up on me. This happened over a period of 3 years, about 13 tons burned. Covanta claims that at the time they did not know what they were burning. When they were challenged about it, they initially said, no, we didn't. They eventually acknowledged that they did and told us that their solution was to no longer accept materials from the company that had shipped the PFAS material to them in the first place. So as far as they're concerned, it's kind of over and done with. But we interviewed Jeff Kelly and Phil Gambini, interviewed folks who, experts in the field, who said this is a potentially dangerous incident or series of incidents that happened that need to be investigated. And furthermore, the City of Niagara Falls Council and Mayor ought to take steps to outlaw this, to make sure that this never happens again.
And again, that full story airing tonight at 11 by Jeff Kelly. Something that's interesting, Jim, Investigative-Post turns 10 this week, right? So first of all, congratulations on a decade of doing this. We're proud to partner with you and your team. A lot of the biggest stories that you all have been able to broke have been regarding environmental reporting, and not sort of the politics with environmentalism, right? But these have been important stories to our region and to communities on issues that I think are overlooked in a lot of cases.
Yeah, we've done a lot on lead poisoning in the city of Buffalo that has been a problem for decades, but didn't get much public scrutiny. We've done, I don't know, about 30 pieces, and finally got City Hall in the county to start moving to address the problem, although it remains a serious problem. We've done a lot on water quality as well. Our local rivers, creeks, and streams are polluted with untreated sewage every time there's a heavy rainfall. And what ought to be a great natural resource for us is, a lot of these water bodies are not much more than open sewers on days after it rains heavily. So there's a lot that we've covered. There's a lot that still needs to be covered, because this region's environment, which ought to be one of our strongest assets, is a real challenge. You've got the legacy of pollution from industry over the years. You've got the ongoing water quality issues, and like I say, there's a lot that remains to be covered.
Yeah, and 10 years of annoying politicians from Jim Heaney, which you were doing that. You were doing that decades before you moved from the Buffalo News to Investigative-Post.
The environmental reporting was done by my reporters for the most part. I will just take credit for pointing them in the right direction and saying, go get them.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I got about 30 seconds left, Jim. The news industry has gone through such massive changes over the past decade since you moved to Investigative-Post. How do you kind of process that as you look back at 10 years of now doing this?
Well, audiences have fragmented. Revenues for just about everybody have declined. Nonprofit news organizations like mine are kind of a trend of the future. When I started, there were about 4 dozen in the country. There are now 360 and counting. So the industry is in a great deal of transition, and local news is suffering as a result.
Jim Heaney is editor of Investigative-Post, founder, the man in charge. We'll leave it at that. And make sure to look for that reporting tonight at 11 as well on the situation up in Niagara County. Jim, good to see you.
Thanks, Michael.